Every step carried the hunter deeper, into a place no living person had entered for centuries. This place. Who built all this?
Welcome, Adéyẹmí.
You know my name?
I have known it since before you were born.
The ancient staircase seemed to go on forever. Each step echoed through the silent chamber beneath the forgotten grove. Adéyẹmí held his spear tightly. His heartbeat grew louder with every step. The air became warmer. A soft golden light slowly filled the darkness ahead. Then he reached the bottom. Before him stood the largest chamber he had ever seen. Massive stone pillars reached high into the darkness. Ancient Yoruba symbols glowed softly across every wall. Blue crystals sparkled like stars beneath the earth. In the center of the chamber stood a great stone altar. It looked untouched by time. Adéyẹmí slowly walked closer. Every movement echoed around him. He stretched out his hand toward the ancient altar. The moment his fingers touched the stone, a bright golden light burst across the chamber. The symbols on every wall came alive. The ground trembled gently. The blue crystals shone brighter than before. Adéyẹmí stepped back in surprise. Then, a calm voice filled the chamber. The hunter quickly turned around. There was no one behind him. The voice came again. Welcome home. The golden light gathered together like flowing water. Slowly, a graceful woman appeared before him. She wore flowing robes the color of the earth. Cowrie shells and coral beads decorated her clothing. Golden butterflies danced around her. Her eyes shone with warmth and wisdom. She did not look dangerous. She looked peaceful. Adéyẹmí lowered his spear. You are the voice from the forest. The woman smiled gently. Yes, I have been waiting for you. The hunter frowned. You know who I am? The woman nodded. I knew your name long before you were born. Adéyẹmí stared at her in disbelief. Who are you? The woman stepped closer. I am Ayanla, the guardian of the forgotten grove. For generations, my duty has been to protect this sacred place. She slowly raised one hand. The walls around them began to glow. Images appeared inside the stone. Adéyẹmí watched in amazement. He saw ancient kings, great hunters, powerful queens, wise priests, children playing beneath the same Iroko trees that still stood in the Kingdom of Ìlérí. It was as if history itself had come alive. Ayanla spoke softly. Long ago, our people lived in peace. The kingdom was protected by a sacred covenant, a promise made between the people, the earth, and the Creator. Adéyẹmí listened carefully. But one day, greed entered the hearts of men. They broke the sacred promise. The covenant was forgotten. The kingdom slowly lost its blessing. The glowing images changed. The beautiful kingdom became dry. The rivers shrank. Harvests failed. Families suffered. Adéyẹmí's face became serious. So, why am I here? Ayanla looked directly into his eyes. Because the covenant can only be restored by one whose heart remains pure. She pointed toward the glowing altar. That person is you. Adéyẹmí shook his head. I am only a hunter. Ayanla smiled again. You believe that because you know only your present. You do not know your beginning. With another wave of her hand, a new vision appeared. A young woman held a newborn baby beneath the same sacred Iroko tree. Beside her stood a brave hunter. The baby wore a tiny coral bracelet.
Adéyẹmí's breathing became heavy. He recognized the bracelet. It was exactly like the one Princess Aduni had given him. His voice trembled. Who is that child? Ayanla answered quietly. That child is you. Silence filled the chamber. Adéyẹmí could not believe what he was seeing. My parents, they brought me here. Ayanla nodded.
They made the greatest sacrifice a parent could ever make. They entrusted you to destiny. They knew one day you would return. Tears filled Adéyẹmí's eyes. Everything he believed about himself suddenly felt incomplete. The hunter who thought he knew his story had only discovered its first chapter. Ayanla turned toward the far end of the chamber. There, a massive stone door slowly appeared. It was covered with ancient Yoruba symbols. 3 glowing circles rested at its center. The first trial begins beyond this gate. No one can open it unless they are willing to face the truth. Adéyẹmí wiped away the tears from his face. He took a deep breath. Then he lifted his spear once more. I have come this far. I will not turn back. The guardian smiled proudly. The ancestors are watching. The journey has truly begun. As Adéyẹmí stepped toward the great stone door, the 3 glowing circles suddenly burst into brilliant golden light. The chamber shook. The enormous stone gate slowly began to open. From the darkness beyond, a powerful wind rushed into the chamber. Adéyẹmí tightened his grip on his spear.
He could hear something moving deep inside the darkness. The guardian's voice echoed one final time. Remember, the greatest battle is not fought with weapons. It is fought within the heart. The stone door opened wider. Golden light and darkness mixed together. Adéyẹmí took one slow step forward, then another. As he crossed the doorway, the ancient gate closed behind him. The chamber fell silent. Only Ayanla remained. She looked toward the closed gate. Then she whispered, "May the ancestors guide you." Because the first trial had finally begun.